Hey everyone, and welcome. This is going to be a very quick yet powerful training session that will teach you the secrets that I use, the thing that I've learned in the last 5 or 6, 7 years or so that really has brought on a lot of success in my life, made me tons of money, and has given me the freedom to do as I wish, the financial freedom, to live the kind of life that I'm really grateful of living and I'm able to do so because of the things that I'm about to share with you. So today, um, I want you to, take action. It's not going to be something where you're just going to be on the sidelines. I want you to actually think a little bit, write things down, create a plan, create a vision, and really have everything laid out in front of you so it's step by step and you kind of know where you need to go. Some members have told us that they have a hard time taking action. Um, Here's the thing, and here's one thing that I've really noticed in my business and stuff like that. That one of the things that has really propelled our business is systemization and repetition. I've given you guys a system, but one of the thing is that taking action is very hard for a lot of people. Anyone here who says that they have a lack of time, a lack of energy, and things like that, um, it's there's something bigger than just systemization and repetition. One of the big reasons why you're not seeing any success is your vision, your own personal vision. And I don't want you to leave this and say, "Oh no, this is going to be another webinar about having my vision and my goals." I don't care about the company vision and stuff. That's your own thing. I mean more about a personal vision. And here's the big reasoning behind that. I was about 7 or 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, I was at a government job that I really hated. And I know that a lot of you people that on this call are at a job that you really hate. You're maybe making, I don't know, three, four, five, six, $7,000 a month, and you're not making the kind of money that you want to make. I knew I could do really well in real estate, become a real estate agent, and get my broker's license, and I knew that I could just do really, really well. Um, but it was a big, big step. I've never been good at any types of books and schooling and stuff like that. And it was a really big step. And the other thing is when you start real estate, you've got no business, you have no clients, no nothing. But I was so tired and like sick of the office job at the government job that I was working at, and I wasn't making much money. That something had to happen, and my wife, she got pregnant, and I knew that I wanted to provide a better life for my family. So I had a vision. I had a grander vision of myself. I wasn't doing this just for myself. I now had a child on the way, and I knew that I had to change my life. And I'm getting a little emotional here because I remember going back there, things were really tough. Okay. Things were really, really tough for us. And, I had lost it all and I was in a really, crappy government job making like $35,000 a year. And I remember when my wife got pregnant, I told myself I need to change myself if I want, us to have a great life. And today we don't have any debt. We own a big house. We get to travel as much as we want. We can do whatever we want with our lives because I had a bigger vision back then. And I want you to understand that unless you have that bigger vision for yourself, it's not going to change. Everyone here who's saying that they're tired, they don't have enough time. I was sleeping. I literally did my real estate broker license for someone who hates schooling and is bad at school. I did my license in about 45 days when it should have taken me 3 to 6 months to do it. I was determined. I had a vision. I had no customers. I had no clients. So I walked into the biggest real estate brokerage, in Ottawa, the biggest guy there, and I said, "Listen, I know a thing or two about marketing. Let me help you out for free for 30 days. Let me just show you what I can do." I redid their website, redid their branding, their marketing, helped them increase sales. And I said, "Listen, I'm getting my license, and 2 weeks from now, I want you to hire me." And they did, and I started working side by side with the biggest real estate agent um, in Canada, and I mean they were selling 600 houses a year. So just to give you an idea that time and vision and lack of focus and I don't quite know where to start. those are all excuses. And if you've got a big enough vision, you're just going to go in there and hustle and do it. Okay. And again, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little emotional here, because I was there. You know, a lot of you are going through this right now, and that's why you're buying up a lot of programs and courses, and you want to change your life. Here's one of the things, and I know I sound pretty young, and I'm opening myself up a little bit to you guys because some of you don't know my story and stuff, but um, I went through a lot of really bad times in my life when I was younger. My parents were alcoholics, drug addicts, and stuff like that. And we lost it all when I was little. I lost it all when I was like 25 years old, went bankrupt, everything. And everything that happened in my life, the one thing that I always, that I learned from all of this stuff is that everything that happens, every situation that we're currently in, write down this word because it's so powerful to me and it might be powerful to you too. Write down the word temporary, okay, on a big piece of paper. I know it's a weird word. It's not something that's like, wow, it's powerful. But to me, it's powerful because any situation, anything you might be going through is temporary, okay? And you can change anything that's going on in your life. Okay. And that's the biggest thing I want to teach people is that it's just temporary. Things will move on and you can change. And, you know, you're not writing, you're not writing the script isn't written for you. You can change that script. And every situation you're in right now is temporary. So feel great. And when you feel like total crap or like total shit, and I'm sorry my language here, but when you feel dissatisfied with your current situation, it's a really good thing. Okay? Because when you feel unsatisfied, it's because something in you wants more. And the more dissatisfied, unsatisfied you are, the bigger the change will come if you start focusing on it. Okay? So I don't want this to be a mindset or preaching or session or anything like that. But if that kind of relieves a little bit of stress off your shoulder, knowing that, hey, you know what? Roger did this. You know, he's young. He has no education background, dropped out of college, didn't have a really good upbringing, and he was able to change his life. Maybe I can do the same, right? Um, and everything is temporary, okay? It's always temporary. It's like we're all just energy flowing around and it's just a bump in the energy field and it's temporary and we can change things. Everything is temporary, okay? All right, so let's talk about that. So those that aren't taking action, it's a few things. It's a lack of vision and focus. One of the hardest things to do in life, okay, one of the hardest things to do is to take action, okay? And the more we have a reason to actually take action, the easier those steps will come to us. You know, the easier it will be to take action. And look at it as this. And I'm going to bring up my sketchboard here because again, I just hope I'm giving you guys some good stuff here today. Here's the thing. Imagine you're at the top of a hill, okay? Let's say, and I'm not too good at design and stuff, but let's say that you're at the top of this hill, and this hill is kind of like going this way, and you're in Canada because it snows every day in Canada, supposedly, and this is a snowball, and that snowball represents action, okay? And this is down the hill, and you're like, let's say that the snowball's here on the hill, and then imagine this is yourself. Okay, this fake person here is yourself. The stick man here is you. Okay, so what's going to start to happen is as you start taking small steps and small actions, you're going to start moving this snowball in this direction. And as you keep moving the snowball in the direction that you're choosing, to go, the snowball will actually hit a breaking point as you keep taking action. And there's this breaking point right here, okay? And let me just right here is the tipping point, the breaking point of your business, of your life. Okay. And as you keep pushing the snowball and taking small action, that snowball will slowly start to roll. Okay. And as it starts rolling and you keep taking action, more and more things are going to start to happen. Okay. What you focus on expands. Okay. And what you focus on, you get more of. If you want to attain success, it's all there. You can do it. And as you start taking action, that snowball starts to roll faster and faster and faster and faster. And you just start, seeing massive amounts of success. It doesn't happen overnight, though. Okay. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes momentum. But can you please believe me when I say that once you start just taking action, I don't care if you screw up the first 30 days, you're not sure, where am I going with this? How am I doing this? How am I going to sell this? I don't care. Just take action. And as long as you're honest and you really want to help people, they'll see that. You have the tools in your tool belt. You just have to start, building something. Okay. And what will start to happen is that the snowball will start to roll very, very quickly and things will just start to get out of hand. And that happens very, very quickly. Okay. People that are successful, I mean, this is what they do. They screw up, they screw up, they screw up. Boom, they just keep taking action because they want to, they want to succeed. Okay. I had to succeed. I had a daughter coming, on the way. We wanted more children. I didn't want them to live a mediocre life like, that we were living, when I was younger, where we were always, my parents were always fighting over money troubles and issues, and they had a hard time paying the rent. I didn't want that for my family. I wanted to change, the script. And I knew that that was my life and that was only temporary. So I had a big sign of relief and I changed my path. Okay. So how do you do that? Here's like my blueprint for success. And you guys are going to get this blueprint. So again, this is something I built. I didn't like learn this from Tony Robbins or something like that. This is just from the multiple years and having sold multiple millions of dollars worth of products and services and working with businesses. So you start at the top. Okay. You need to have a major goal for yourself, a major why. What is that goal? It's not enough, to say, I want to make $20,000, $10,000 a month. It's not enough. There is no emotional ties to numbers. Okay. You can't try to get emotionally attached to a figure. It just doesn't work. One of the major reasons why you're not taking action is if you're focusing on that, it's not enough. Okay. It's not enough. That's not a good enough reason for your mind, your subconscious mind, to start pushing you into taking action. It's not. A number just doesn't work. So you need major whys. You need to know why you're going to be doing all of this stuff, why you're going to be waking up early in the morning to set up your emails and send them out. If you've got a full-time job, why you're going to get on the computer at 8:30 or 9 o'clock and start printing out 5 or 10 direct mail packages and sending them out every day. A sales figure will not get you moving. Okay. A sales figure will not get you moving. Like if your only reason is, well, I'm comfortable. I want to replace this stream of income because it'd be great to replace it. Then there's no motivation in there. There's no reason for your mind to say, oh, okay, my hands are in the air. I get it. I'm just going to start taking massive action. There's no reason for your mind to do that. Okay. If you're comfortable, if you're like, I'm paying my mortgage, my rent, I've got a little bit of money at the end of the month, I'm okay. I just want to start making money. It's not going to happen. Business isn't easy like that. If it was, everyone would start making $100,000 a month or more. Okay. So your major why. Okay. Here's my major why right now is we're looking at potentially purchasing a property in like Ecuador or something like that. Okay. Cash. And the reason I want to do that is because I can't handle the winter in Canada. It gets me really depressed and stuff. I hate the cold. It's been a really bad couple of years. It's like minus 30, minus 40 degrees Celsius every day. I can't do it anymore. So this is just my major why right now. Okay. And that gets me really motivated, to get up and to do it because that's my end goal. That's what I want right now. So the reason why you're not taking action is because that why, okay, the big why isn't big enough. It's not emotionally strong enough. You're not focusing on it enough. My major why is all over my house. Okay, I've got like, I've got this picture here in front of you. I've got it everywhere in my house so I can see it. It's on the backdrop of my phone. It's everywhere. Okay, and it's like I think about it, I dream about it when I go to bed before going to bed at night. I focus on it constantly. The one way to get success and to take action is by almost creating an obsession with what it is that you want. Okay, I'm not really for getting obsessed with things, or like almost being an addict at stuff. But when it comes to success and pushing myself and taking action and knowing why I want something, it's the one thing for me I can absolutely say that I've got an obsession or an addiction to. Okay, is success. It's what drives me. Okay, so if you're not taking enough action or no action, throw that big why out of the window. It's not true to you. If I told you you had to land a client in the next 30 days, or else something really, really, really bad would happen to you, like something absolutely horrific happened to you. You need to have that same kind of motivation and addiction, obsession to want to do something so bad and to get it within a time frame, either be 30 or 60 days or 90 days or whatever, that you just 100% go crazy at your goal. The reason, okay, that we don't push ourselves is because we don't find a real reason to do so and a real deadline, and we don't light the fire under our ass, okay? And the only way you can do that is by setting a deadline and creating real, a goal that needs to happen. If you can't find that, deep within yourself right now, you need to like sit down for an hour and just write what you want. What do you want? What do you want? And write it down. I want this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. And in the end, you'll notice that everything you've written on these, 10 sheets of paper, you can start reading through them, and some of them will be really, 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 really will feel really good to you. And you'll say, you know what, if only I just had this, I'd be really happy. And for me, it's not much. I just need to be, to be able to, I just need to be able to grow my, my nest egg, which I call for my retirement, which I want to retire soon, and to have a nice property and make sure that my family is well taken care of. And, I'm making way more money than I can spend. That's what keeps me happy. Okay. You need to find your real reason to do it. If you've got a job that you absolutely hate and you're fed up, give yourself 30 days. Tell yourself, I'm leaving this job in 30 or 60 days. So I have to figure this out now or else I lose my job. Give in your notice. I don't care. Do it. Just take action. Okay. So I know I'm beating you up a little bit today, but I think it's for the good. So think about it. What is your reason to succeed with these programs? Why did you buy them in the first place? Okay, and it can't be monetary. It can't be I want to make 10,000 a month. That doesn't work. I want to, be able to, stay at home with my children and, have a business that grows and provide for my family and, take vacations so that we can enjoy ourselves and work anywhere, from anywhere I want in my life. Give yourself a much bigger why and a much bigger deadline. So make more money, wrong answer. More money in my life will, then answer. If I have more money in my life, I will be able to, and for me, it's just really enjoy life. I hate working for someone else. I hate getting up in the morning, and having to go to a job. I want the financial freedom. A job cannot give me financial freedom. I love the fact that I can grow my income as big as I want, I just need to work at it, right? You can't do that in your typical 9 to 5 job. So give me 3 answers right now and write them down as to why you need this to work in 30 days or less, and be positive. Okay, be absolutely positive. Okay, you've got to think about it. You've got to make it crystal clear. I want a house with 3 garages on 1 acre. I want to be able to enjoy the backyard life with my family and have fires every night and have fun and not have the stress of money and stuff like that. Be more specific in your goals, okay? Be my own boss, right? Have the freedom to do what I want when I want. Build up for my retirement. Why? Why? That's not good enough. Why do you want to build up for your retirement? So that you can enjoy, those golden years and spend time with the person you love or the people you love. It's got to be way more deeper than that. Send my kids to an awesome private school. Why would that be good for you? Right? They can learn better. They'll be around better people. They'll succeed in life. They'll be able to have a family in the future and, go to a better college or university, right? Go deeper in these things. You can't just say family, travel, and enjoy a laptop lifestyle. Okay, become debt free. Go deeper in that. What does becoming debt free mean to you? How would you sleep better at night? How would you feel if you were debt free? Okay. That's number one. Once you really light that fire under your ass and you're super excited and it's like, okay, I want to do this. It's not just I'm buy products and I'm going crazy around this. You need a roadmap to get there. And a lot of people, that's one of the things that they're just like, well, what is the roadmap? How do I get there? Okay. Here is something I learned just I don't know where I learned it, but it just kind of dawned on me. Here's how I learned. I learned this stuff in school because I was really, really bad in school. And I would reverse engineer things. Okay. So I would go to my teacher and I'd say, okay, so what do I need to get an A plus or an A in class? Well, you need to get, A's and, 5 out of 10 tests or whatever, 5 out of 3, 8 tests. And my attendance has to be good and I need to do all these things. So I always would reverse engineer everything I wanted in life. And I remember saying to myself when I, started online, well, how do I make $10,000? How do I make my first $10,000? When I was doing online marketing for local businesses, that was the real first stepping stone for me. So now that you've got your big why, okay, and you know the vision, you know the dream, you know what you want, now you need to know financially what you need, how much money you need, okay? How much money do you want to make, right? Write down a number, monthly. What do you want to make? And I want you to be realistic. Like, I don't want you to say, I want to make $150,000 a month if you're making $2,000 a month right now. But be realistic, but tell me what would really change your life right now in a realistic way. Like, what would really, a monthly income, what would really realistically really change your life right now, and be realistic about the amounts. Don't go crazy and say, I need $300,000 a month. Here's what we do. A lot of people are saying, I want to make $100,000 a year, $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Okay. But when you say, like, say it out loud right now, I make $100,000 a year. If you've got a little bit of something inside of you just doesn't feel right, that means there's a barrier. And one of the biggest reasons why we have a financial barrier is because we don't reverse engineer it. We don't break it down so it doesn't seem as scary as the actual big grandiose number. Okay, and let me show you what I mean. So let's say $100,000 a year. That comes down to about $8,300 a month. Okay, so now I want you to repeat this: $8,300 a month. Repeat that number out loud. I know if someone's listening in the room, they might think you're going crazy, but don't worry about it. Just blame it on me because I'm Canadian. But just say $8,300 a month. Say it out loud a few times. $8,300 a month.
Wow, that is some powerful stuff, Roger. Thank you. Guys, this is Mike Aaron. Sorry to join the party late, but I just wanted to come in and clarify some of these figures in regards to what we're doing here with our e-commerce stores. So when we talk about the $100,000 a year, I want you to think of it from the point of view of $100,000 in sales on your store. Now, the amount of money you actually take home is going to differ depending on a lot of things, such as what kind of percentage markup you're seeing on your drop ship items, or if you go into wholesale. Also, your costs of advertising. So that number, the number that you ultimately take home net might be different, but $100,000 a year in sales on an e-commerce store is very doable. It's an easy number to work from, and it's right in line with what Roger's been telling us about this $100,000 a year in income. So as he just said, $100,000 a year in sales is going to break down to $8,300 a month. If we then look at that and try to reverse engineer a little further, we're talking about $2,100 a week in income for the store. That might still sound like a lot of money, but then let's reverse engineer it a step further. It's just $300 a day. That is very doable, but let me show you just how doable. It's just 4 sales a day. 4 sales. How do I get there? Well, from my experience, from Roger's experience, we're seeing average sales on our stores of about $75. Okay, anywhere between $50 to $75. Now that's selling mass market goods, impulse purchase kind of stuff, $10, $15, $20. But when you configure your store the way we're going to show you, when you have your store working, when we have a synergy in what you're doing in e-commerce, you'll see that people don't just buy that one item you advertise. They come in, they tend to buy 2, 3, 4 items. Sometimes they don't even buy the thing you advertise. And that's ultimately what we're doing. That just by getting people to visit the store, pull out their credit card and buy something, a lot of times we are seeing these kinds of numbers, this $75 of an average sale. And that's typical. So with those numbers at just at just 4 sales per day, you're going to see that $300 per day. At $300 per day, you'll see $2,100 per week. And then that magic number of the $8,300 per month, which translates to $100,000 in sales per year for the store. Now, guys, once you can make that kind of money, you can easily scale it up to $200,000 or $300,000 a year. And then all of a sudden, that $100,000 a year that you wanted to put in your pocket gets there. Okay, but it all starts with action, and it starts with this clear plan forward.
So here's the thing. If you don't have a strong enough reason why, you won't hustle. And yes, I made a French spelling mistake here. You won't hustle it out for 3 months. I'm just being honest. If you don't have a big enough reason why, you will not hustle it out for the next 2 or 3 months to get to your goal. There's just no way. There's just no way. Okay? There's no way. Okay? But here's the thing. Okay? If you have your major goal, you've got your major why, you break it down. That's what we've done. And all you need is a roadmap and a system. Here it is. Spend an hour in your business. Some of you were saying, I need more time. I need more energy. Hey, listen, take the time. Okay? This can change your life. If you're consistent at this, you will find success. But the only way to be consistent at it and do it is for you to have a big enough why. Because without reasoning, without a big enough why, you won't do it. You just won't do it. I'm being honest with you today. Okay? So, if you don't have a big why, and repeat it to yourself daily on a consistent basis and focus on it, you're not going to do the things that you should be doing. You're just not going to do it. You won't have that necessary hustle, that drive, that motivation to do it, to achieve your goals. Take the time. Okay? This can change your life.